So what's expected today then, and for the rest of the week in this case?
Right, Stuart, so a key moment in this trial, one that's expected to last 3 days, with state prosecutors allocating about 15 minutes to each defendant. There's 51 of them. One of them is on the run, and one of them, as you mentioned, is Dominique Pelicot, the husband of Gisele Pelicot. The question that the prosecutors will be focusing on is, could these men have legitimately believed that they were really taking part in some kind of game where Gisele Pelicot was pretending to be unconscious and was in fact consenting, or were these men, was their discernment impaired, as some of them have argued, at the time of these alleged rapes, though doctors have not made any kind of agreement on this point. Most of them are charged with aggravated rape, which carries a maximum penalty of 20 years in jail. The prosecutors are first going to deal with Dominique Pelicot, who has admitted to drugging and raping his wife and recruiting dozens of strangers online to also rape her. Unlike him, most of the other accused have denied any involvement in rape. In fact, at least 10 of them went several times to the Pelicot household. So what prosecutors will also have to do is decide whether they personalize the penalties for these defendants on, giving some of them harsher penalties or some of them less harsh. So we will also hear from the prosecutors, and on Wednesday the defense lawyers of these defendants are set to give out their closing arguments, a process which will last until December 13, from which point the court will deliberate and we will have a verdict in this historic trial at December 20 at the latest.
Keris, as we were talking about there with Olivia, today is International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. In France, it's really hoped, isn't it, this trial could be a huge catalyst for change.
Right, so there's a protest and also a vigil this Monday in Avignon, the vigil outside this courthouse. This follows protests over the weekend against violence against women all over France, in fact, some of them adopting what's now become a slogan, something that Gisele Pelicot said when she explained why she waived her right to anonymity in this trial, saying that it was time for shame to change sides. So that's a slogan that we've been seeing in these protests. And in her closing arguments last week in this trial, she said this was a trial of cowardice. And, we know that none of these men went to the police when they were confronted with what Dominique Pelicot was doing. She also said that society needs to change its attitude towards rape, and we've been talking a lot about it the past few weeks because the defendants are like a cross-section of society, ranging in age and profession. So this is really hoped to be a moment of reckoning for France and in the world.
Keris, thanks very much. Keris Garland joining us there from that trial in Avignon. More, of course, from her as that continues.